Winston Churchill said the destiny of man is not measured by material computations. When great forces are on the move in the world, we learn we're spirits, not animals. And he said there's something going on in time and space and beyond time and space, which, whether we like it or not, spells duty. You and I have a rendezvous with the professor.
Wrestling.
We're rolling?
We are rolling. What's up, Dave?
Not much. What's going on with you?
First week of school is done.
It is.
2 wrestling shows this week.
Yes, and more next week?
Yeah, a few more next week. So fall wrestling is into full swing, I would say.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers are crossed.
We are the Professors of Wrestling, and we want to be Taco Bell famous. So subscribe to the YouTube page. We are working on new content week to week. Like the Facebook page. Let us know what you think and provide us with feedback and suggestions. Follow us on Instagram at the Professors of Wrestling. Share it all. Spread the word. Join in the discussion because we want to be a community.
We do, because this is something we can't do without you. Man, words are hard today. I think getting back into the rigmarole. We want to be a community, and what we mean by that is it's the promotions, it's the fans, that's what makes this community and what keeps us coming back and why we're excited. Everything's coming back.
Exactly. So it's been great to see some familiar faces this past week.
And some new ones.
And some new ones. So way to go.
Yes.
We have news.
We do. Do you want me to lead that off?
Yes, please.
All right. If you haven't been paying attention, Diamond Duke, is now running the Diamond Club. And so what is going on with them? And reached out and said who's going to be joined. Right now the members are Wyatt O'Connor, his cousin Chris O'Connor, Alejandro Bravo, and now Pure Goodness. We saw that at Spinebuster, and we'll talk about that later. And they're led by Diamond Duke. How big are they going to become, and how dominating will they become down the road?
I don't have high hopes.
Really?
I'll be honest with you. After seeing him on Wednesday,
yeah.
Let's see. Chris O'Connor probably shouldn't be in a ring.
Okay.
Wyatt O'Connor should stick to reality shows.
Okay.
Or wrestle someone smaller than Preston.
Yeah.
And then Pure Goodness, we just got to see him make it through more than 5 minutes of the match.
Okay.
And not leave angrily.
So what would you call Diamond Club?
The Coal Miner Club.
Oh, harsh.
I'm sorry. Keep on digging, and one day you'll find that diamond.
Do you think they could become diamonds?
Not with that roster.
Oh. I wonder if we're going to hear from Duke on that.
Respectfully, I'm not his favorite. So there we go.
And J.B. Stevens is now announcing full-time for SWA. That's been a bit of a trying to fill that gap for a while for SWA.
Up and down, so it's really cool. Congratulations to J.B. We look forward to hopefully seeing you more now that you're full-time, and then we'll see how he goes.
Let's do. Do we want to talk about this week's sponsor?
This week's sponsor is
Ben Owens Music's Valdosta's Music Store. So let's support local businesses, support your local promotions, support your local wrestlers, and let's hear why you want to support Ben Owens Music.
Hi, this is Dave from the Professors of Wrestling. I'm at 1803 Plum Street, home of Ben Owens Music, where they've got basses, electric guitars, acoustic guitars, violins, keyboards, guitar pedals, amps, instrument repair, guitar, drum, and piano lessons. Learn from the experts. Ben Owens Music, Valdosta's Music Store.
And we're back.
Yes.
All right. So we're right into the middle of promotions. And this week, as we talked about, there were 2 big ones that returned. Let me give you some dates. March 4th or March 3rd was the last show at Mathis for Spinebuster.
Yes.
That's 899 days since we last saw them. October 23rd, 2019 was the day that Preston wins the actual Money in the Bank.
I had forgot about that. You had to remind me.
That's 1 year, 9 months, and 30 days ago in a ladder match in which he climbed all the way up to receive that briefcase in which he could go for any title. And then finally, the last 2 dates. August 26, 2019, we see Johnny Maverick at Wrestling with a Message. August 28th, he retires from Spinebuster.
And no one was expecting it.
It was unexpected, and from there, he becomes the best dressed GM.
I know.
Let's dive in and flash back to now we're in 2021.
It's almost like that's like a historical news moment.
When they
Referring
say
back, reminder.
right, when they
That's a
say we
reminder.
don't do our research,
Yeah,
we did it.
that's correct. You did the research. I got to give my hats off to you. You came in here with your legal pad
I did.
with notes on it, and I'm like, damn, good job, Dorrian, on that one. So
Spinebuster has a new GM,
yes,
Matt Mercer.
yes.
His first order of business, stripping everyone of their title.
I think let's save that when we get more. I mean, that is big news.
Yeah.
And I've got some more news on that. And do you want me to just go ahead and announce this one? I was talking to them as I was prepping for the show, and we talked about this at the show. I'm like, so what's going to happen with the ladies' title? What's going on with tag team? Are they going to have what was the one where it's like the 24/7
The Gladiator champ.
Gladiator one? What's going on with those? Those will be filled, but I think probably. We'll see how that's going to happen, how that's going to unfold. But it's going to be more at Spinebuster than just the championship.
That's really good to know.
So yeah, well, you saw my reaction when they said they got rid of the tag team.
I was just like, I don't know how long it's going to take.
We'll see.
Summer Bash 21 started off with a bash as it was the premiere of Wyatt O'Connor,
Yeah.
the Diamond Club. They started with the real show interviewing, and that's how we got to know Matt Mercer throughout the night. And Matt Mercer's first match that he pulled together was Preston Paradise versus Wyatt O'Connor.
Okay.
How would the reality superstar do in our whole thing? Well, let's tell you. The Diamond Club, for one, is not new to cheating, as the cousin and Duke immediately jumped Preston. But in this sense, you would think that the bad guy had turned good,
Right.
got the crowd on his side. Everyone was cheering for him.
Okay.
Emotions ran high. Duke took some chops, some heavy chops, to where he fell in. By the end of it, Wyatt O'Connor's whole chest was red.
Did it change his goatee color?
I think it went yellow
Okay.
as he ran out of the ring. So Wyatt O'Connor definitely didn't make this one happen, and you would not see him in that fatal four-way at the end of the night. Give it up to Preston.
Yes.
That second match, it was a blur to everyone, but all we know at the end of it was whoever was Baby Duke, the fine arts dropout, could not count to save his life.
You almost are like, where's the sweeper?
Hey, I missed the sweeper.
The sweeper, the sweeper made a few mistakes.
But he never made this many of them.
Made this many. He made the counting mistake once.
Yes, and you never let me down for mass media measures. Can't
Yes,
count.
and so, but that was the only time he made that mistake.
Right.
He learned from that.
So maybe Baby Duke will too.
Yes.
And I only say he's Baby Duke because he colored his hair too.
Yeah, he was like reverse. So
Right.
like Duke is the goatee thing,
This guy was the hair
the
thing.
hair.
The third match, I would say, needed to happen because this one really hit home. You needed someone from Valdosta to come over and really hype up that crowd. And that's where we found Brother Azrael versus the Dragon, Dante Steele. Two people who were here, a staple of Spinebuster, really were there to tell the show.
I say, and we're both like super fans,
Of Brother
supporters of both Dante Steele and Brother Ezra, because we want to see those characters grow. We want to see them grow as wrestlers. Like Dante, been hitting the gym.
Yeah, you said that as soon as you saw him. Like, you walked past him.
I packed them because, truth be told, I didn't come in till the Twisted Trixie and Lexi Gomez because I would teach a night class on Wednesdays, so I came in right before that match started. So, what happened with Brother Azrael and Dante Steele?
Brother Azrael definitely got height. He's been training. I mean, as we talked about in the last show, he's a champion in his own right, and this one definitely got him over. As you'll see, they wanted the splash. Mm-hmm. Everyone, you know how they talk about Gator Roll as terms of a chant? For Brother Azrael, it's hit the splash.
That's his marquee move. His signature, his brand.
Right. He had a whole crowd cheering for him, or section saying hit the splash. So I would say that you're going to see Brother Azrael as a key figure.
So he's getting over with the crowd now.
He is.
Excellent.
So he wins the match against the Dragon, Dante Steele. I mean, still tried to attack the legs as much as he could, but you couldn't really take down Brother Azrael as much.
Right on. So I'm looking to see how Brother Azrael grows from this.
I'm going to make a bold prediction.
Okay.
He doesn't lose the rest of 2021.
All right.
Please, no one change that in his life. I'm sorry if I jinxed you.
Then we came into, when I came into Twisted Trixie, new to the area.
New to the area.
Lexi Gomez, not so much.
Not so much. Should have retained her belt, but hey.
But who was the special guest referee?
Chalance Royale came through singing, had the
microphone
that was singing her own.
Yeah.
Because I guess, that's what singers do.
That's what she does.
Now it's important, and we got to take a brief pause to let you see what happened the last time Spinebuster was here at Mathis.
I am sick and tired of being overlooked in the state of Georgia. Now, I don't need to be sad soft because you're cheering for me earlier, so get it right. You're ignorant and stuttering. And then as soon as I go and try to better myself, I train night and day. You get someone from Florida, Lexi, and act as though I never existed. Then the moment I come back, I've been working hard for all of you. You cheer for her, and it has to be enough brain sense to cheer for me. And the only reason why I feel like you cheer for me tonight is because she wasn't here. Everyone cheers for her because she's on NXT. Where was my applause when I busted my butt and get on AEW? Where was my applause when I busted my butt every day in training, getting injured? Where was my applause? So you know what? I am tired of doing things the right way. I am tired of doing things your way. I'm tired of doing things your way. I'm doing things my way. And if you have the right mind, you will follow me too.
And we're back. So as you saw, Dave, that Chalance, at the time, she called out Lexi Gomez in a sense that she was on Lexi for day to one. So how would this be called in a fair match?
Okay.
All the way through, I would say Chalance was an excellent ref. No real problems. Definitely seemed to lean.
Well, when we first saw Chalance, she was a ref.
She was a ref.
So this is not something new to her at all. So it wasn't. She knows how to count. She knows what to look for.
She respected the craft that is the ref.
Correct.
Twisted Trixie seemed to be not up to par.
No.
With someone that is Lexi Gomez. 5 belts, Lexi,
Yeah.
if she still has them. But
At one time.
at one time,
Yes.
she was the belt gatherer.
That's right.
And then, so as you saw with this one, Lexi Gomez definitely wins the crowd over, comes through, pins Twisted Trixie.
Right.
And then we're like, all right, well, this is the end of the match.
But then Twisted Trixie's like, this is not cool. Goes a little hard.
Sore loser.
Sore loser.
And begins to attack.
Right.
And who comes out to help?
Miss Royale.
As a true friend, many would think if they didn't flash back.
Right.
So they get Twisted Trixie outside of the ring. It's over with. And then there's the turn. Chalance Royale goes back right on the hunt for
She
Lex.
turns heel.
She turns heel.
Surprise. It was a swerve.
It was a swerve.
After she saved Lexi from that, comes in and takes care of Trixie. So that was a surprise.
So I have to wonder, leading forward, who do you have that could win the Spinebuster Women's Championship? Are you Team Lexi? Are you Team Royale?
I want to see, because Spinebuster was really good at building up its females division and super supportive of that. And there was some crazily good talent coming up within that. And they were bringing up people from Florida within that. So depending on what happens with what's going on in the world, I'm really interested to see what's going to happen with that belt. Since we know that all the belts are going to be filled eventually, how's that going to build up for that?
All right, Dave. All right. Not picking a side just yet.
No, I'm gonna stay on the side. I want to see what happens.
I gotcha. Next, we get Darian Binkston Lord Bingston.
Yes.
Versus
I
Alex.
did like his ring attire.
Right?
I thought it was creative. It kind of like had a half kilt thing going on there. I liked it.
I'd say the logo was kind of, stolen. That's Dreamville.
Yeah.
But hey, the rest is the rest.
Right on.
Versus Alex Todd. I'm a huge Alex Todd fan.
Yeah.
He didn't don the whole face paint
Yeah.
or face mask this time.
And
So,
he had like a little dye job going up there.
yeah.
So
Dye job versus dye job.
that's right.
I'd say Alex Todd in this one wanted to really show Valdosta who he was.
Right.
I'd say as you're starting to say that these belts are wide open, where could Alex Todd fit in? I'd say Spartan champion.
Could be. And again,
One day.
We'll see if is that a belt that's going to be coming back.
One would hope. Matt Mercer, as we talk about this show going through and through, I have some questions, but I'll ask them later.
Right on. Right on. And then we get to the main event. It's a 4-way for the Spinebuster Championship and new belt
New belt.
that we've been sitting on. I mean, we've been sitting on the new belt for a while.
That photo, yeah.
If you were on the Facebook page, you can see Dorrian with the new belt and like hold on to that. Hold on. So how long have you been sitting on hold?
Since I'd say 2020, February 2020.
Okay. So
I did not post it on any social media or anywhere.
till after.
Till after it was presented.
So it was Logan Creed, fan favorite,
came back, Eric Creed.
local, also part of the Diamond Club, Pure Goodness.
Pure goodness.
Johnny Maverick in his return match.
The notorious Johnny Maverick. He got the pop that I would hope that
Yeah.
Valdosta would give him.
And both one of our personal favorites, Stunt Marshall.
Hate.
He kind of had a new look too because he had kind of like the
blonde.
mustache dye job thing going on there, and
Right.
And his high top fade was super tight.
So many, I mean, when you talk about the names, you would think that Stunt Marshall's on the outside of this whole Titan match.
Yeah,
But as it divided into it, Logan Creed, Stunt Marshall had a lot of work going through. This one was heavy on the big boots and suplexes.
yeah. I mean, I think what Stunt Marshall is the smallest person in that ring, and he's not a small guy.
No. So to actually go up against Johnny Maverick, pure goodness,
And Logan Creed,
held his weight.
yeah.
I mean, he definitely had some high flying moves,
So and Logan Creed did the tope through the ropes.
and you caught that, and I thought that was pretty cool.
So I would just like when I was wondering if it was going to happen. I'm like, are we sitting in the section where it's going to happen? Was my question. So I'm glad we've been always like out of the fray when it happens. And then Pure Goodness.
He was, I will say, he commanded the inside of the ring,
Right.
in which people were going outside to where you had Johnny on the outside, Logan, and Stunt. And so whoever came inside was facing off against Pure Goodness.
You had to make a choice which were you going to watch.
Right.
And at the beginning of the match, you saw a little bit of like teaming together where Johnny Maverick and Logan Creed were tagging up against Pure Goodness.
As one would hope.
Yeah,
I mean,
a little bit of strategery within the ring. Like you want to take out the biggest person, probably one of the biggest threats within that.
anytime that Pure Goodness steps in the ring, you definitely have to pay attention to what he's going to do.
Exactly.
So
Logan Creed,
it was your new Titan champion.
yes,
But you mentioned at the top, as I mentioned at the top of this, October 23rd, 2019, Preston wins the briefcase.
right.
He comes running out. I mean, Preston is, I don't know if you've been watching on the Facebook. He's been lifting,
He's been getting in shape.
shaved the hair, and he's like, yo, I'm ready to go. Comes in, throws the briefcase. He, what is it? I want to say DDTs Matt Mercer and kicks him out the ring.
Right.
And he cashes it in. And then he's ready. And he's fighting Logan Creed. And my favorite part of it all, and it was a huge surprise, hit it away, dude. Of who comes in.
Oh my, yeah. Oh, sorry. I was enthralled into what your story was there. I just want to say when you're talking about that, it's like I forgot at the time that he'd won it. And I had to you had to remind me. And I was like, oh yeah. I mean, it'd been a million years since that happened. So, coming in with a tired Logan Creed after the 4-way right there. Johnny Maverick comes out to support his buddy.
Notorious.
Yes. Bad Guys Inc.
Is
back in business.
I'd hope so.
They reincorporated.
Reincorporated. Nice.
They got their LLC up to date.
Way to go. And so at the end, what you have...
That was off the top of my head. I just want to let you know that.
I appreciate it.
All
and
right.
what you have is now Preston Paradise is your new Spinebuster Titan champion. How long will he reign?
I don't know.
Is it Bad Guys Inc.? Can those two really work together? In a sense that we saw them clash heads as Johnny Maverick was the GM, but now he's a wrestler and they're both wrestling, so
But those two have history.
they do.
Like, think about like good friends that you've like argued or beefed with or whatever. End of the day, you got before you forget all that kind of the hoo ha and the minutia stuff, and you go, man, they've got something, and they were a tight team.
A very dominant tag team at that.
So, all right,
I look forward to their next show.
I'm interested too.
Yes.
So pay attention, Spinebuster, people in the Valdese area, or if you're within driving distance, come down. It's a good show.
Come see.
Come see it. SWA Vengeance 21 happened the other day, August 21st.
A benefit for Miss Ann. All
Yes.
proceeds went to help her out.
They do a lot for charity.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, they're super community based, which is always, again, it's not just the promotions and people wanting to kind of move up on in the food chain in the wrestling world. But I mean, they really do think about the community, which is really cool.
Yeah. In this first match, you get Kid Cyclone versus the Kingpin, Chris Spider.
Before we get into, do we need to make the answer? I was not able to go to this one because I was doing work-related stuff. I've got a big promotion coming up, and I'm trying to get all that stuff in order, so I was not in attendance. So this was you and the third unofficial member?
Our third Beatle,
Yes.
Andrew, and then his wife. I took him. We got the nachos, the Mountain Dew. I gave him the full experience.
What was their...
They were just like, man, I definitely see why you come here every...
It's an event.
It's an event. It's a show. It's a show within a show.
It's the wrestling. It's the concessions. It's like the fans. It's all. It's not just one thing that makes the show. It's like the combination that make it like if you don't understand why we go.
Shout out to Sean, whoever you are that's in Pavo, Georgia.
Yeah.
Sean was the show of last night.
Okay.
During intermission. I'll have to tell you about it.
All right.
But Sean and Heather, shout out to you all. Kid Cyclone versus the Kingpin, Chris Spider. In case you didn't know, Chris Spider, his manager is Landon Lashley.
Okay.
If we know Landon Lashley, he is, for me, the hardcore champion when it comes to fighting.
Do you think his bump card maybe filled up, and that's why he's moved into the management side of everything?
And he's a champ at it.
Yeah.
I would say that Chris Spider, since we last seen him, has definitely gotten better. And
The king of the
king of the lightweights.
Yeah.
Susan doesn't like that, as she began to cuss me out on Twitter.
Why?
Because I called Chris Spider the king of the lightweights.
That's a self-proclaimed title.
Not my title, but hey, we'll get there, Susan.
Okay.
But Chris Spider had definitely shown that he had gotten better through his technical wrestling, chain wrestling, to where the Kid Cyclone didn't even really stand a chance.
Okay.
In the sense of where you're thinking, why would Landon Lashley have to push someone off the top turnbuckle for Chris Spider to win? News to me.
And we've always been a super fan of Chris Spider,
We have.
a supporter.
I mean, sometimes you got to support a heel.
That's right.
And in this case, one of the things that we found was the heels always win in this case. So Chris Spider wins by pinfall, even though he cheated, thanks to Landon Lashley. So what you got is the Kings of Hollywood up 1-0 for the night.
You need to work to your strengths. And I think Landon, as a manager, I think it takes Chris Spider up another notch.
He does.
That maybe his previous. I'm not bad talking his previous management.
Kangaroo, we miss you.
And we miss you, but Landon brings a little bit of ring experience.
Right, and he knows how to work a crowd.
So
Wild Bill comes out. And he's like, hey, not tonight. You're not going to be pulling that mess that you do.
right,
Because Chungus was also out there.
that's the second match.
That was the second match, but he came out in the first, like, distracting along with Landon. And so he booked a match for Chungus against the New Wave champion, the Southern Assassin, Ryan James.
AKA used to be the Soviet Assassin.
Right. So you have him, Mayor Russell, coming out. And one of the things that I would have to say in this case is Mayor Russell, excellent manager. Like top tier. If you had to build a top tier for South Georgia
Right.
managers, he's in my top 3.
Okay.
Where we go wrong in this case is the Southern Assassin and Ryan James. The Southern Assassin Ryan James can't be everywhere and have his eyes on Chungus. I mean, he big booted. He tried to choke slam, tried to suplex. Chungus kept kicking out. In his own right, Chungus held his own weight. And just like the last match, Landon Lashley interferes. And then down goes Ryan James. Chungus wins by pinfall.
Huh.
So now you have the Kings of Hollywood up 2-0 for the night.
Which brings us to the next match, which was Dan Lydon. Is he still part tag team champion?
Scrotus. Versus the pagan psychopath, Sanson. And with this one, I got to ask you a question.
Okay.
How much heckling is too much heckling?
You know, I mean, that it's a...
What's your threshold?
I think like this. I think it's like when fans... When the audience members think, like, you're part of the show, but there's like that, what's that, the bright line to where you try to become the show, right? Obviously, heckling and jeering and hooting and hollering, all that stuff, that is definitely part of it. And I think that's one of the things that motivates the people, the wrestlers in the ring. But when you try to, like, you're not, as fans, we're not on the same level as what those people out there. We're not taking the bumps or anything like that. So, I mean, we add to the ambiance to it, and it's the job of the wrestlers to feed off of that. I don't know if I answered that question.
You did. And so in this one, what you got is the pagan psychopath Sanson
Right.
versus Olive Pavo and Dan Lydon. In the sense that every time he hit a good hit on Dan Lydon, you would see that he's pointing, letting them know that, hey, he's here. He's the real man in this situation. Dan Lydon took a few jumps in the sense of where he's going to do the somersault.
Off the top.
This time he didn't go for the concrete, which was thankful.
Yes.
Straight for the mat. Dan Lydon proved to be, as I'd say, tensions rose high through this match. It was a constant fight between the psychopath and Dan Lydon. But in the end, Dan Lydon won.
And nobody said anything about Dan Lydon's ring attire?
No, they were all happy for it.
Right on. Let's say it's a choice.
Yeah.
It's very retro. I'll just put it that way.
I like the jersey.
Okay.
But I don't know if I'd wear a jersey to work that said Scrotus.
Yeah.
You can only do it at certain places.
Right. You have a limited places where you could wear that around town.
Right.
It's not gonna work at the church function.
It says Scrotus 69.
Yeah.
I'm not probably wearing that to love.
You're not maybe gonna do a picnic with that out in the park.
Right.
Right on. So that brings us to Quadzilla T Gaines versus Avery.
I could not get it, and I've tried to Google search.
Is it Bro?
Brew?
It's very kind of like Cajun-y.
She's from Louisiana.
So
for me, this
probably
is
like oh man, I should know this. We'll come back to it. I'll look it up. And so we just had our first
our botch
right there.
And hopefully, Avery, you can tell us how to pronounce your name, and we truly appreciate it. For me, this is the main event.
Yeah.
Like it says co-main event, but in this one, you saw the crowd so hyped for T Gaines. Last time she was in Pavo, she faced off against Jody Morton for the SWA Women's title. Didn't come out victorious, but she still had to show a sense of strength in this one. So in this case, she has this thing of where she yells out squat time.
Right.
Where she squats her opponent and then throws that opponent off of her. You'd see that throughout she was teasing and pointing to her quads to say, hey.
She does a lot of squats.
She does a lot of squats. Just purely dominated. There were a few pops where you saw Avery deserve to be in this ring and prove that at some point, I'd say, my guess is February if she comes back to be in contention for a title.
Right on.
So, all in all, highlight of the match.
What about the championship bout between Preston Veston III and the Space Cowboy, Stacey Alexander?
Preston Veston III is proving what a fighting champion is. He's going to defend that title every single night. Space Cowboy, in his own right, as he mentioned to me on Twitter last night, he is a champion. We just don't know where from.
Okay.
But in this case, Space Cowboy he found out the hard way that cheating does not prosper. He brings in like a pony. I don't know if you've ever, not a real pony, but it's the stick and the pony's head at the top.
Yeah, like a kid's thing, kid's toy.
Yeah, as one would say.
It's like it looks like it's a broomstick handle, and they put like a pony on the top of it.
Right.
All right.
And this
Pony's head.
Pony's head.
Not a real one, like a stuffed animal one.
Right. And what's crazy?
But it is Pavo, so it could be a real pony for all we know.
Pony. Yeah. In this case, what you had was a space cowboy trying to use that that pony stick to beat down, what's it called, Preston Vest in the third, while the ref is out. And this ref had been horrible all night, missing counts. At one point, he was so late on the count, like he jumped up before he started counting and dived down like a flying elbow. I was just like, what are you doing? Like, this isn't helping.
No.
But in the
Where's
end,
the sweeper when you need him?
that
should be our mantra.
Where's the sweeper?
Where's the sweeper?
Just get like a cutout silhouette.
Yeah.
We need him. Preston Veston III retained his SWA Southeastern Championship by pinfall. In this case, he told the crowd what is the hard way. And he fought right back through it, and we definitely appreciate it through it.
Awesome. Which brings us to the next time SWA will be around is October 2nd at Baker County for Bad Moon Rising. And things to kind of think for. Do you want to hit that first one?
Quadzilla is gunning for the SWA women's title. And we can't wait to see it. How will she go in round 2? Preston Veston and Chris Sanson are headed towards a showdown. That one I don't know so much in the sense that, Sanson lost. But I'd really want to see either Ryan James or Dan Lyden. Who knows? Let's give Spider a chance.
Let's do it. And then the Kings of Hollywood are challenging for every title, so it seems like it's a faction. Hollywood Star is the SWT regional champion. Chungus is trying to dethrone the Southern Assassin, Ryan James. Chris Spider is stocking for the middleweight championship. Tyler Creed and Dark. When will they? That's a good question. When will Dark Rage reappear? He's a crowd not favorite.
But he loves to get the crowd riled up.
He works the crowd great. And Landon Lashley is managing all this stuff. And then Mayor Russell messaged us on our post here, says he's tired. Him and Ryan are a bit sick of the odds being stacked against them. And what's going on between them and Chungus is not over yet.
They keep cheating.
So we'll have to see what happens at Baker County. And then when they come back to Pavo.
Yeah.
Georgia Independent Wrestling. We have not forgot you all.
We love Georgia.
We love it. We love going up there to the Macon, Warner Robins area. If you have Fight TV on, you're streaming it on your whatever Roku. What else? What other?
Your desktop,
wherever you're at, you can download. It's free.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like wrestling, there's boxing, there's kind of like fighting sports on that one. On there's a lot of free content for you to check out. As we're airing this today, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're listening to this on the podcast, it's already gone, but you can stream back. It's always saved on there. Tonight, their July show at 8 p.m. on Fight. That's FITE. Will stream with these following events: Southern Strong Style, which we're familiar with down here.
Love them.
Versus Luke Stone and Brandon Watley. Nathan Vanderbilt versus Robert Vane. The Good Sisters versus Shalance Royale and Rain Rivers, which we saw that team last time we were up there, I believe.
I want to say we've seen Rain
and Shalance. I think Shalance. So maybe it might have been like in a 3-way or something, or a 4-way match. D Money versus Tony James, and then there's a tag team championship match of the Exotic Youth, which we like, and Right Way to Skrillville. So what's going on with the Skrilla?
Yeah.
Aaron Black versus Eric Silva, and then there's a heavyweight championship match of the Renegade Enforcer versus Sean Montana. So free place to go watch, get your wrestling fix on.
Congratulations to the Renegade Enforcer for being the heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Their next show you can go see in person is going to be on September 12th at the VFW Post 6605, and that's on 1011 Quarter Road in Warner Robins. Doors open at 4, bell time at 5. So we'll have to look to see what's going on in the world if we may travel up for that show.
Yep.
Possibility. You want to talk about the Continental?
This week, August 28th, Blackshear, Georgia Continental Championship Wrestling is at Blackshear City Gym, 705 College Avenue. Here's the card. 3-way battle for the CCW Heavyweight Championship. Darren Drummond, Landon Cruz, and Cecil Andrews. And a no-holds-barred for the CCW Tag Team Championship. Chris Turner, Mike Anthony versus Shooter McGee and Daniel Anderson. And for the Southern States Championship, Gino Adonis versus Bryce Maddox. And we've seen Bryce Maddox
Yeah,
before.
I like Bryce.
And then Family Feud, Blaine Rage versus Cole Bohannon. You can be sure to follow them on social media, and they have a YouTube page that we'll leave in the show notes.
We can't read the link. 'cause
No,
it's
we
long.
cannot. So,
But
but
I think we need to add on. This was one of the promotions we were talking about as we were kind of expanding. So it's exciting to do that, and it looks like this could be a good relationship between and the ring announcer. We're familiar with the ring announcer.
Donnie
Yes.
Harris Jr., and we're excited. You're
Man,
ringside pitch man.
You know, we didn't mention this. I'm going to jump back to Spinebuster, but that sports coat he was wearing Wednesday, like I love how he's
He has it.
He's got it. He is like the diamond. He's like the. I mean, he should like Duke wants to dress like a diamond. Follow
Right.
what Donnie's wearing.
Right.
Find out where his tailor is.
And that will help you out.
Yes. I don't know. Anything else you want to add about Continental?
No, just look for it. We're looking forward to seeing it. We'll check out their YouTube page. You all be sure to follow them.
And we're gonna give you a nacho review.
We'll give
What
you
are their concessions like?
for Continental. Yeah, we'll definitely go and see that. So, I'm Dorrian. You can find me on Twitter at D2Baber.
I'm Dave. You can find me as Just a Professor on Twitter and Instagram.
And we are the Professors of Wrestling. So remember, we want to be Taco Bell famous. Subscribe to our YouTube page as that new content is coming through. Like the Facebook page, we're posting photos and videos from the shows. Follow us on Instagram at the Professors of Wrestling. Share it all. Spread the word.
Yes.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.